Well, week 3 of the tank being set up, week 3 today. Water test this morning, everything's really good, everything within parameters. That's the test on the nitrate. It's just got a slight tinge above yellow, so it's under 10 parts per million. Last week when we did the water change we were looking at 25 parts per million, but it's settled down naturally on its own. Most of the diatoms have gone in the tank, and been dosing with Tropical Marine all-in-one. Carbonate hardness is quite high at the moment, but the corals are growing crazy. Bearing in mind all the rock and the substrate has been maturing for 6 weeks before, so total mature time on the tank at the moment looking at around 9 weeks. Yeah, everything's doing crazy in the tank. The raster Euphilia there's a 2 head that I bought in the shop. It was quite small, it's fully expanded in the tank. The milker and the small bird's nest at the back, both frags, they're starting to grow. Not a lot of colour on them yet, but they weren't very coloured when I bought them. The 3-head Duncan at the back there, that's really doing well. And the plate coral is getting some really good colour. See if we can, there we go, so you can get some view of that. The plate coral is growing. The 2 other plate corals, I should say that's a chalice coral. The 2 plate corals, these were probably a third less in size than they are now in 2 weeks, probably down to the Tropic Marine all-in-one and the high carbonate hardness. It's they're really growing fast. Wall coral there starting to really spread in the couple of weeks I've had it over the rocks. You can see some encrusting corals there, colony of zoas, they're starting to pick up and spread. Yes, all in all it's really doing well. At the moment we've got, let's have a quick look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 corals in there, and a colony of zoas. So yeah, parameters are all good. The salinity is at 35, temperature's staying around 78. We have got a cooler at the side there, and we've got an aircon unit above it, but it's staying pretty stable. Auto top-up's been fitted, so that's working okay. Got the protein skimmer on full whack at the moment, just due to the high nitrates last week, so it's pulled all them out and it's working really well, even though I'm feeding quite heavily with dry food and I'm trying to zoom in again, losing the even though I'm feeding quite heavy with dry food, pellets and frozen, it's pulling out any excess, plus the filter roller at the back. You can see how dirty that is. It's really pulling a good amount out. I had a bit of a problem with the UV filter, which is a Vectron 2 300. I think it's how much Tropic Marine is it? Yeah, Tropic Marine Centre, which is based in the UK. Years and years ago I used to buy a lot of stuff off them. It's quite a good coral centre, plus it's good for buying things that they develop there. Deltec skimmer's doing a great job. What we got? The Chato is growing like the clappers. A bit of a controversial one. The substrate in the sump is volcanic rock. Now, a few years ago on lots of forums, a lot of people said with volcanic rock it would leach silicates back into your water, etc. And then recently, providing you get a certain type of natural volcanic rock, it's very porous, so there's 15 kilograms of volcanic rock in the bottom there. The last chamber's got a bit in as well with the return flow, you can see. So all the bottom is basically covered in volcanic rock, a couple of inches deep, apart from where the protein skimmer is sat, so I can take it out and clean it. But yeah, so far so good. I'm not getting any traces now of silicate at all, so I'm thinking it probably will be okay, but it's pretty easy enough to remove if I have to remove it, but it's just, I'm pretty much doing it as an experiment. It was just bought from a local garden centre, thoroughly washed and matured, so you know there's mixed opinions on it, but the last few forums I've read on reef keeping, seems to be, the general consensus seems to be it's really good and really porous and really good for reducing nitrates, etc., providing it doesn't leach silicates out into your water. Yeah, so I'll leave it there, guys. I'll just get that back in focus. So the setup is 220 litres in total. There's about 40 litres in the sump and 180 in the main tank. Main tank is 60 by 60 by 60, or 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot in Imperial if you're in the States or whatever. And yeah, the light over the top, I've said before, it's only running at 30% at the moment, but it's whacking some light out. The full blue spectrum on it's fantastic for seeing the detail in the corals. It really does pop. It's called a pop bloom lamp. It's all Wi-Fi controlled. You can pick summer, whatever season you want. You can do your own settings on it, so I'd really recommend it. You can pick them up on Amazon, or you can get them directly from AliExpress, wherever you want to buy them. Anyway, leave it here, guys, and I'll give you an update in a week or so.